Psychology doesn't see Playboys as confident winners. It sees patterns. Behind the charm, the attention, and the constant pursuit of admiration lies a psychological structure most people never notice. Because Playboy behavior isn't driven by desire, it's driven by regulation. This video isn't about judging Playboys. It's about understanding what actually powers them, what they're protecting, and why attention feels like oxygen to certain minds. Once you understand this psychology, you'll never see charm the same way again. 1. Playboy behavior is about validation, not attraction. A common myth is that Playboys chase people because they love excitement or freedom. Psychology shows something different. Playboy behavior is often fueled by external validation dependency. Their self-worth is regulated from the outside. Attention confirms identity. Interest confirms value. Desire confirms existence. Without feedback, the internal sense of self weakens. So they seek constant signals, not because they enjoy people, but because they need reassurance that they still matter. The pursuit isn't romantic, it's regulatory. 2. Charm is a psychological tool, not a personality. Charm feels natural when you see it, but psychologically, charm is often learned adaptation. Many Playboys develop charm early as a way to control social outcomes. Charm reduces rejection risk. Charm increases approval. Charm keeps attention flowing. Over time, charm becomes automatic. But here's the key. When charm becomes a tool, authenticity becomes optional. They don't ask, "Who am I with this person?" They ask, "What version of me works here?" That's not confidence, that's performance. 3. The dark psychology, control through emotional ambiguity. One of the darker psychological traits in Playboy behavior is emotional unpredictability. Psychology shows that intermittent reinforcement, giving attention inconsistently, increases attachment in others. So Playboys often show interest, then withdraw flirt, then disappear. Promise energy, then create distance, not always consciously, but the pattern remains. Why? Because distance preserves power. If someone never fully knows where they stand, they invest more mental energy trying to secure certainty. The Playboy stays desired without committing presence. 4. Avoidance. Disguised as confidence, Playboys are often labeled fearless. Psychology sees avoidant attachment patterns. Emotional closeness threatens exposure. Depth threatens stability. Consistency threatens identity. Surface connection feels safe. Deep connection feels dangerous. So instead of intimacy, they rotate novelty. Instead of vulnerability, they rotate people. This avoids the one thing they fear most, being seen without applause. 5. Ego regulation and the need to be wanted. For many Playboys, ego isn't arrogance, it's maintenance. They don't ask, "Do I like myself?" They ask, "Am I still wanted?" Each interaction becomes a test. Am I still desirable? Am I still interesting? Am I still powerful? The moment attention fades, discomfort rises. So they move on, not because they don't care, but because staying would require internal grounding they don't have. 6. Why Playboys rarely feel fulfilled. Here's the paradox. Playboys receive a lot of attention, but attention doesn't create meaning. Psychology shows that fulfillment comes from consistency, trust, mutual vulnerability, stable identity. Playboy dynamics prevent all 4. The more they rely on external desire, the less they build internal stability. The more people they attract, the less deeply they connect. They're admired, but not known. Desired, but not anchored. Playboys aren't shallow minds. They're often ungrounded ones. And once attention stops working, the real work begins. If this video made you recognize patterns in others or yourself, that awareness is the first break in the loop. Subscribe if you want more psychology videos that explain human behavior without noise, exaggeration, or surface-level advice. Because the most dangerous patterns aren't loud, they're charming.